Hello everyone, welcome to our second YouTube tutorial. And in this tutorial, we are going to talk about the Django installation and creating our first Django project. And without further ado, we are going to start by creating our project folder, and we are going to put it under desktop. So when you're on desktop, you just go right click folder and just do tutorials. You can put it anywhere you want, and for the sake of this tutorial, and we are just going to put it under desktop and just press enter. And before you do anything, I'll recommend you to install an IDE. You're going to install Visual Studio Code, which is an integrated development environment. This is just an environment for debugging and compiling our code. And I already have it installed. But if you don't have it, you just go to Visual Studio Code, just Google, type Visual Studio Code and search, and you get this, and just download it from here. So in here, we have a Visual Studio Code for different operating system. If you're in Windows, there you go, you have that one from Windows 7, 8 to 10. You also have, when you're on Linux, you have this one with you're on Linux, and they have also the Linux distribution. We also have this one for Debian, Ubuntu, or you want for Red Hat, Fedora, and all others. Also, when you're on Mac too, you can also get it from here. Since I'm working on Windows, I have it, I install it to the Windows here. So after downloading it, you run the installer, and once it downloads, good. So it's going to appear this way. This is called the Visual Studio Code. So we have our project folder here, and we want to navigate it through here. So I'll take you through some commands, and I'm just going to brush them over. And this is under C users author. And if you go to C users author here, if you go to here and C, this is C users author. This is what's contained in this folder author. You can get this content the same here by just doing ls to list what's inside, and there you go. It's going to contain everything there. It's going to show everything under that folder. So what you're going to do here, you're going to locate under desktop, since desktop is where you have it. Desktop here, desktop here, desktop. So since you have tutorials here, we are going to navigate it in our Visual Studio Code. So I did ls there, this fine. So I'm going to cd to get into the desktop folder, do ls, and I'm going to say tutorial the same as I have seen here. Why you're doing this is that you just want to navigate it on here, so that it gives us easier tasks, especially on running our code and so on. So when I do ls, I can see the same thing just as I said, just the way I said. So when you do cd tutorials, ls, nothing is there yet, since we just created it and left it. And here, we are going to create our virtual environment. And what is virtual environment? Virtual environment is just an environment that we use to isolate our requirements or our Python packages to capture or to meet the requirements for our projects. Especially when let's say you have Python version, let's say 3, the latest version, and let's say you also have a project that uses the older version of Django, like the Python, you have not updated it. So it prevents that collision. So this just gives you the chance or to just install the requirements you need for your website. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do to create the virtual environment. I'm just going to Python venv and the name of our virtual environment, virtual, and after a few seconds, it should be done. And this is going to create the virtual environment folder and contents are in it that we are going to use to install our Python packages for our project. So it's already done. So when I do ls, you're going to see a subfolder inside the tutorials folder called the virtual environment, the way I created it. And we are going to activate this virtual environment. And for us to activate it, we are going to do virtual and scripts activate, and just press enter. And you have successfully activated your virtual environment. If you want to deactivate it, you just do deactivate, and then you get you out of the virtual environment. But for this tutorial, we are going to activate it so that we put everything in our virtual environment for our project to work. So from here, we are going to install Django. So command for installing Django, just do pip install Django. Django. So this is going to install the latest Django version, but if you want to install the older versions, maybe because you need it for it needs your project needs it, or there's a requirement that needs older version of Django, just do Django is equals to if it's 2.1.5, and then just press enter. But for this tutorial, we are going to use the latest Django version. So just do pip install install Django, and then just press enter. So it's going to take some time for it to install Django, and it's collecting packages. It's collecting Django there, and just give it some time. And in the same way, I like having both sections, both terminals working, because maybe if I'm running the server on this end, I might be installing or updating my packages on this other end. So this saves a lot of time. So when I do ls, I just want to go to the same, just navigate to tutorials folder in our desktop. So I did cd desktop. Make sure it's in the desktop name is the same name as this one. We have desktop here. Make sure it starts with capital D and the same way, in the same way. So just to desktop, then cd desktop to get inside the desktop folder, and do ls to list everything inside. So after listing, just do cd tutorial to get inside the tutorials folder that we created, and then do ls to list what's inside. We already created our virtual environment here, a subfolder, which is inside this folder. But for now, we are installing Django. And once it's done, we are going to create our first project in Django. So I'll also want to activate this virtual environment in this other terminal. So you see virtual and scripts activate do ls, and then so you're on the same page, both sides. So thank God our Python installation is finally done. So yeah, I have a warning here. I'm using the older version of pip. Pip is just a Python package installer. So I'm just going to upgrade it for us to be on the same level. Pip Python and pip install, and then we're going to upgrade pip. So this is going to upgrade from the older version to the latest version, which is sorry, I did upgrade wrong. Upgrade. Install and install. Then let's upgrade. Pip. Let's upgrade pip. It should work now. So pretty much it's done. So it's uninstalling the older and installing the latest version. So for me, as that installs, we are going to create our first Django project. And for us to do that, we are going to do this. So just make sure you're on the right track. And then you say Django. This is just a command that comes with the Django. So Django admin start project. And then you say, what's the name of the project? You call website. It's going to be, so it's create, it has created a project called website to ls. You see this subfolder is created. When you cd in this website folder ls, we get this contents. We also have a website subfolder inside the website folder. So it comes with this my.py and this. So this my.py is just a command line utility that enables us to run Python projects. So what you do here, just do ls, and then just what you're going to do, just have to make migrations first. So just do Python manage.py, make migration. But since this is a new project, you just want to migrate first, migrate Python manage.py, migrate. Sorry, I typed too fast, that's why it's a bit slow. So I'm going to migrate everything, and this contains all the tables that Django comes with, the authentication and so on. So I'll do ls. It also, the migration that's coming with this database, which comes with Django, which makes it fun. So I want to run the server Python, and also always make sure that before you do manage.py, you can see it, you're under it. Like inside, if I do cd, go back, this I'm under tutorials folder. If I do ls, like I'm under, but I can see the virtual line on the website. I get inside the website folder, so that's why that's the name of our project, ls, and then you can see manage.py, right? So just do Python manage.py and server. So it's going to run the server, and we are going to create our first Django project, and it's going to run live in this IP 127.0.0. So when you go to that IP, we are going to see that. So congratulations, you have just created your first Django project. And in our next tutorial, we are going to create our Django apps and see, look at authentication and start our project henceforth. See you in the next tutorials, and don't forget to subscribe and share, comment, and any improvements you want me to do. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.